Welcome to the National Sports Centre at Abbotstown for a 12:30 start in the go-ahead Senior 2 Championship final. It is Naomh Mearnog in the Kilkenny colours and it's Castleknock in the Tipperary colours. I'll go through the teams in just a second, but the referee Kieran Russell is about to throw the ball in, so we will follow that. He's just checking that everyone is in position, and it looks like they are. Perfect pitch conditions here, absolutely splendid for Camogie. The surface is absolutely fantastic, as you would expect on these pitches, and as they always are. We have a bit of a breeze coming into the face of the camera, so coming across this way, but it shouldn't really affect the play. So no excuses today, and we're expecting a really exciting game, and it's a good start for Naomh Mearnog, the girls from the parish of Portmarnock. And number 10 is Ciara Buchanan there with the red helmet going in there, but that is going to be a free for Castleknock. I'll go through the teams quickly as I say as we go. Castleknock, it's Eva Mooney in goals. Number 2 is Amy Mahoney. 3 is their captain Niamh Mulrooney. And at cornerback it was to be Caoimhe Slevin, but she's been replaced by Lucy Quinn, who's wearing 19. I'll get the rest in a minute, but let's go back to the play, because this is Eva Dillon, the number 5 for Naomh Mearnog, and that is a really good pass from her. I think she's found Miriam Toomey there. It's very hard to see the small white numbers on the black and yellow back of the jerseys of the Naomh Mearnog players, and in fact it's not too easy to see the Castleknock numbers either. You often find that with the hooped jerseys. Well batted out there by Steph Carthy though, as Castleknock go looking for the first score of the game, and that looks like it could even drop into the net. I think it's dropped over the bar. Big cheer for it, but I think it was a point. Okay, and we don't have, well, there is a green flag there, but it hasn't been raised, so I think that was just a point. And I'm trying to see, as I say, the numbers in the jerseys, hard to see it, but it looks like number 6 would be Laura Toomey for or rather that's the wrong team, sorry, I'm looking at the other team to try and see. I'll go back to the play in the meantime, and this is again Buchanan going forward, and that's going to be a free at the other end for Naomh Mearnog. I'll go back to the teams. Cara Feeney, number 5 for Castleknock. 6 Molly O'Neill. 7 Ellen Baker. At midfield they have Caitlin Coffey and Ciara Golden. 10 is Emma Diamond. 11 Louise Mahoney, who's the sister of Amy at number 2. 12 is Aoife Whelan. 13 Ciara Burgess. 14 Aisling O'Neill, and 15 Ciara Murray. But this is Rosie Keneally, the 14 for Naomh Mearnog, dropping that in, and it's dangerous, but it's batted down before it gets into the goal area. And there's the sunshine coming out now, so conditions beautiful here in North Dublin for this game. And of course we've the Senior 1 final later, but this is the Senior 2 final, and we've only the 1 point so far, and it is for Castleknock, and they get that free. Castleknock subs: 16 Lauren Finney, 17 Claire Nulty, 18 Maeve Steins, 19 Lucy Quinn, who I think is starting. Yes, she is. She's starting left corner. You can probably see her in the shot there in the yellow helmet in the background there, so she is starting. 20 is Aisling Andrews. 21 Brona Quinn. 22 Emma Strapp. 23 Emma McMenamin. 24 Carla Whelan. I'll give you the Naomh Mearnog team in a minute, but this is Ciara Burgess, Budgie as she's known, trying to get in there, getting a little bit of help from Louise Mahoney. A little bit scrappy there. The shout from the sideline is get on it. They're trying to get on it, but the ball eventually comes to Aoife Whelan, and she gets the ball in hand and gets her free. The foul there by Eva Dillon. Coming forward, that is Molly O'Neill, 21 years old, and so many of the Castleknock girls are so young. In fact, Louise Mahoney, number 11, she'd be one of the elder stateswomen on the team. She was the head of the nursery and basically coached all of them through, so she's the mommy. Now it's dropped dangerously in, batted out again, but there's a chance here for Castleknock to get their second score, and that's Ciara Murray going for it, but she's blocked down well. And Naomh Mearnog will try to come away, but that looks like Emma Diamond might get there first, the 18-year-old. A lot of pressure on her, but she gets help. Way over on that far side. That's where most of the spectators are for this game. Referee letting it go, and that's usually what you like to see. both teams really cancelling each other out, and now the referee does it, bring it back for a free. The Naomh Mearnog team in goals, it's Steph Carthy, number 2 is Lauren Delaney, 3 Laura Walsh, 4 Katrina Power, 5 Eva Dillon, 6 Laura Toomey, 7 Aoife O'Connor, 8 Miriam Toomey, she's a sister of Laura, and also at midfield Tegan Cumber, but she's wearing 19, not 9. And then the forwards, you've Ciara Buchanan at 10. I'll break off now because the ball is going straight towards the Naomh Mearnog goals, but yet again batted down. We've seen so much of that in the game so far, and that is Katrina Power clearing, but it could well come back here. Referee spots another infringement and another free for Castleknock. Back to the team. 11 for Naomh Mearnog is Grania Power, 12 is Ciara Holland, and at right corner forward, not wearing 13, is Leanne Walsh, the captain. She's wearing 17, but starting in the right corner, so no 13 on the pitch. Now here's a chance for Castleknock to get their second score of the game, and it is confidently taken as well. And it is their number 14, Aisling O'Neill, 18 years old, wearing 14, 2 points to nil for Castleknock early on. And just finishing the Naomh Mearnog team, the full forward line, Rosie Keneally at 14, she's the vice captain. 15 is Ellie Kane. I'll go through their subs when I get a breather, but the play is pretty hectic out there, so we'll follow it. There's not many breaks, but Naomh Mearnog, no scores yet, but it looks like they are getting the ball down to the important area of the pitch for them, but that is going to be intercepted by Lucy Quinn, and she does well, wearing 19, but she started the game in place of Cueva Slevin. Good block in there though, and that ball I fancy will just go over the sideline, and that will be a ball for Naomh Mearnog, and it looks like Ciara Buchanan is going out to take it. The previous one from this area was taken by Rosie Keneally, and this time it is Buchanan in the red helmet. Not too many players in the goal area. I see Castleknock are now dropping another player in there. The connection is low, but it works. It gets to Ciara Holland, and we know what she can do from county level, and she puts over the first point of the game for Naomh Mearnog to steady them. Super score by her, 2 points to 1 early on for Castleknock, but that will do Naomh Mearnog all the good in the world. Now the puck out is going to drop down in front of us and bounces beautifully. You can hear it bouncing on that lovely soft surface there, perfect for Camogie. The sun is doing its best to stay out. It's over on our left hand side, so it'll be in the eyes of the Castleknock goalkeeper, but this is a free now for Castleknock. They are 2 points to 1 up. The call from the Naomh Mearnog sideline is that they need to be stronger in the tackle. They need to win the exchanges. They didn't win that one, and that is why Molly O'Neill is coming forward now to take this. She's dropping that short again, and they all go up for it, but Naomh Mearnog have defended really well in there actually, but the referee is penalising. I wonder what that was for. I wonder, was it a throw ball possibly? No, I'm not quite sure, but he's definitely penalising Naomh Mearnog, and that will be surely a point for Castleknock. Referee explaining to the free taker where to take it from, and you can probably see on the camera the sun has just got a little bit stronger. It's peeping out a little bit more. No problem though to the free taker, and I think that's Aisling O'Neill again, and it is, so 3 points to 1 it is now for Castleknock. Now the puck out by Steph Carthy, right up the middle. The sun in the eyes of everybody going for it, but will Naomh Mearnog be stronger in the tackle? They aren't on this occasion because Ellen Baker has got it, and that's a super ball by her to pick out Ciara Golden. Oh, and there was only one player able to stop that, and she did stop it. That's good work by Katrina Power back there, and she's picked out, it's not Buchanan this time in the red helmet. That is, trying to see the numbers, really hard to see over on that far side. Might be, no, can't tell, I'm sorry, especially with the sun. We'll try and find that out in a minute. There's definitely Naomh Mearnog with the ball now though. Now this could be danger. Oh, it's ball ricocheted off the full back. I think they didn't know where it had gone for a moment, but it's well defended. Lots of Naomh Mearnog players there. Can they outnumber them and get possession? No, they cannot. Free out for Castleknock, and Naomh Mearnog not happy about that, certainly on the sideline here. You can just sense their frustration. So a free out for Castleknock. Sun on her eyes, looking for a little bit of movement. And she gets it on the left hand side here. The ball bounces off the hurl and bounces kindly because Louise Mahoney gets it, and she transfers the ball quickly across to O'Neill. Well defended. They're calling for a free, but they have possession, and now the free is given to Naomh Mearnog. Good defending in there, and Caitlin Coffey involved, and now it's, or rather that was Miriam Toomey, sorry, the number 8 for Naomh Mearnog, and now it's Eva Dillon who will take the free. Castleknock have dropped a player back, so they have a sweeper in there, so the free is trying to avoid the sweeper and does so, but it's still going to be cleared well by Lucy Quinn. Drives it long, but Naomh Mearnog get possession quite easily from that and drive it straight back into the Castleknock half. This is Ciara Holland. Good crossfield diagonal ball, and it was really, really important that that was intercepted there by Quinn. She's done really well, and that's a good catch as well by Ciara Holland for Naomh Mearnog. Sorry, it was Aoife Whelan I was talking about a minute ago at the other end. Sorry about that. This is Dillon for Naomh Mearnog. This is their full-back Laura Walsh. Laura gets her connection well, but there's no Naomh Mearnog players there, so it's easily picked up by Caitlin Coffey, giving it to Aisling O'Neill. She tries the low ball into the forwards, but it's easily picked up by Laura Toomey. 50-50 game. Ciara Holland going for that one, doesn't manage to get it. Cara Feeney there in the yellow helmet, she's penalised though, and it's a free for Naomh Mearnog. Yeah, 50-50 game, even though it's 3 points to 1 on the scoreboard for Castleknock. This is Rosie Keneally coming out almost to halfway. And she dropped one into the square a little bit earlier. She gets good connection on that, and it's accurate as well, but the sticks go up to bat it away. Ciara Buchanan, number 10, is there, but her effort goes to the right and wide. Gives me a moment to go through the Naomh Mearnog subs for you. 16 is Grania Skelton. 18 is Grace Murray. Amy Gleeson is wearing 9, but in the subs, Aoife Kavanagh is 20. Megan O'Connor is 22. Una O'Brien 23. Sinead Rowe 24. Niamh Costello 25. Ciara Mullen 21. Rachel King 27. And Francesca Mifsud is wearing 26. That's all the numbers that you need to know. Referee has the hand up. He's given advantage for Castleknock, letting them play on. There's an interesting ball right across the field, and it picks out Emma Diamond, and Emma goes onto her left side. That's dangerous, you know, when it drops over the bar. Could have dropped onto the bar, but it ends up in a point nonetheless, and Castleknock will be happy with that. They are 4 points to 1 up, and they are picking off some good scores, and Naomh Mearnog will be a little bit concerned. They're now 3 down. Now what can they do from the puck out here? The goalkeeper Carthy goes out to her left. Spills though. Naomh Mearnog winning a lot of the exchanges. They're just not getting as many scores. Good defending by Castleknock yet again though. And that's Feeney getting stuck in there. She saw the danger and came over and won the ball. That's brilliant work by Cara Feeney. Her mum Sinead is in the management team for Castleknock along with Jim Mahoney, and their manager is Kevin Broderick. Just to mention the rest as well, the physio is Dave Ivers, and they have Sarah Murphy and Erin Bergen on stats. Miriam Toomey. I think that's Grania Power blocked down there again. Good work by Castleknock, and again the crowd on the far side really enjoying that, and certainly the subs for Castleknock, because it means they've turned it over and they go on the attack, but they themselves then are turned over. You can probably hear the appeals from the sideline for a free there for Naomh Mearnog, but Kieran Russell, the referee, is having none of it. Now this is dangerous. Dropping in for Carthy, and she gets a hand to it but doesn't get it cleanly, and there was a chance of a goal there, but Naomh Mearnog eventually managed to clear their lines, but a little bit of panic there. And another example there of Naomh Mearnog's sideline being very unhappy, but the referee happy to let it go. The ball comes back into the Castleknock half, but they always have the answers in there. They seem to have more players and they seem to win the challenges in there. This is Feeney, but she needs help, and the help comes from Molly O'Neill, and it was needed. This is Aisling O'Neill, no relation to Molly. This is Ciara Golden, 21-year-old for Castleknock. Shortens the stick and puts it into just inside the 14, and there's a chance of a goal here for Castleknock. The challenge comes out. The goalkeeper is definitely out of the house, but the ball has gone to the left and wide. What an opportunity that was for Castleknock. They got past the goalkeeper but couldn't find the target. They really should have finished that one to the net. They were 4-1 up. That could have been 6 points off a lead. Definitely a great opportunity not taken. And it's been the only goal opportunity so far. Feeney again doing great work in the half-back line for Castleknock. Alert and sharp to the ball. Clearing it as well and getting it up into the forwards. O'Neill goes for it. Murray was in there too, but that'll be a free out for Naomh Mearnog. Both defences on top in the first quarter of this game. Now there's a player down injured. The helmet is off as well. On the restart, it will be Steph Carthy, who's put on a black top now, and she drives the ball down to our side here, and going for it there is Aoife Whelan, number 12 back there for Castleknock, doing good work. The half forward helping out the half backs, although she does seem to have a roaming role. This is Louise Mahoney. Oh, just didn't quite come off there for Castleknock, but they still have possession with Ciara Golden, and at every opportunity they're trying to get it into the forwards, and they're trying to reach Ciara Burgess over there, number 13, but it's cleared. Good defending there. I think that's Amy Mahoney, number 2, way over on that far side, and she gets her free, and she is a sister of Louise. The Naomh Mearnog management very unhappy during the break, calling for a much better effort. I think they're a little bit frustrated. They think that Naomh Mearnog are slow starters and they need to get into their groove. Well, they haven't really got into their groove yet. They are losing by 4 points to 1. Not much in it really. Aisling O'Neill doing really well. She's got at least a couple of points and wins a free out in the middle of the field there. She's been lively. 18-year-old playing at full forward, but doing great work all over the field for Castleknock. Molly O'Neill takes all of these around this area of the pitch, and she gets good height on it, but it's not accurate. It's going to the left and it's going to go over the end line, I think. No, actually it's been kept in really well by Ciara Murray. So Castleknock keep it alive. Ball comes back, and looking for that is Aoife Whelan. Pulled on the ground though and cleared, but again it's Castleknock quickest to the break and put right back in there by Ciara Golden, just trying to get someone on the end of it, but it's well defended again. O'Neill makes sure that it comes back yet again. That's a good effort by her, and you know what, it's a really good effort because it's another point by her, and maybe her best one so far. She took one off her left early on, and there's another one, and that is now 5 points to 1 for Castleknock. After the water break, they're going well, but that's a good ball, driven high and long. But guess what? Castleknock are quickest to it again. They've got all the answers when the ball drops back in there, and the ball is coming straight back. I think that's Katrina Power over on the left hand side there with the number 4 on her back. This is O'Neill. Good catch and a good pass as well to Emma Diamond, but the referee has spotted a infringement, which means that Eva Dillon is on her way over to take a free for Naomh Mearnog. They'll be disappointed with scoring only 1 point so far in this game. They haven't really had many chances either. They've had 1 wide, I think. Now, who's going to win the exchange? Castleknock have won most of them, and that's why they're leading by 4 points. And that's another Castleknock ball. So it's the go-ahead Senior 2 Championship final for 2021. Castleknock against Naomh Mearnog. And if you're just joining, you might think it's Tipperary against Kilkenny. It's Castleknock in the Tip colours, Naomh Mearnog in the Kilkenny colours. Free to Naomh Mearnog. They've had plenty of frees, plenty of possession, but they haven't had a cutting edge up front. Again, well struck. Reaches the 21. Batted away again. That's been the pattern of the game so far. A game that hasn't caught life really just yet, but Castleknock won't mind that. They're doing well, and this is Louise Mahoney, their centre half forward, doing well. This is O'Neill, who's been really, really lively, and she speeds off again with the ball on her stick, likes to go on the left hand side, and that's a nice dangerous looking ball as well, looking for Murray, but it's intercepted. And that's great defending, and she's been a powerhouse back there. She's done so well, and she's trying to support the attack now as well, and she may just have inspired her team. That's great work by the fullback Laura Walsh. And could there be a second score at the end of it? It's gone high, but it's gone to the right and wide. But it's certainly been the best passage of play so far from Naomh Mearnog. Referee not happy though, and he's going to have a word with Aoife Whelan for that challenge. Didn't give a free though. I think it was Ellie Kane who ran through there and had that chance, number 15, but as I say, really hard to see the difference between a 15 and a 13, for example, on those jerseys from a distance. Yeah, definitely 15, Ellie Kane. More promising though for Naomh Mearnog. But Castleknock coming again. Could have, should have had a goal as well. They're leading by 4, could well have been 7. This is good by Murray. Instead of going for her own score, she left it off, and that was a wise thing to do because it's ended in another score. 6 points to 1 for Castleknock, and they definitely are having the better of the exchanges in front of goal. Naomh Mearnog just can't get going. They had a great chance a minute ago, but it went wide. They just need something for their confidence, but it's not coming, and it was Ellie Kane there who's just put that ball over the sideline, who had the chance a minute ago. She did really well. First we've seen of her really showing a good fast pair of heels, but didn't find the target, and instead of closing the gap, Castleknock have extended it. Ellen Baker, 19 years old, gets a good connection on it, and O'Neill goes for it. It's batted down, and this is good defending, but look, cleared right away. Lucy Quinn really alert again in the back area there. Now Murray does well to get her body in front of the fullback there, Walsh, for Castleknock, but Walsh prevails in the end and does well. She's going to put it over the end line, but that's quite a battle in there between those two. Good defending again by Laura Walsh, the fullback for Naomh Mearnog, but it is a sideline ball to be taken again by Ellen Baker. Shouldn't be too hard to find a nice bit of turf around here, and she gets a lovely connection on it, and it's taken by O'Neill, Aisling O'Neill, who speeds off on her right, but she loves to play on her left. Hand passes it, looking for Whelan. Good defending again by Naomh Mearnog. I mean, they haven't scored much, but they have been defending as well as they can at the other end, but they have conceded 6 points. Castleknock definitely have had the better of the game, certainly in the last 10 minutes or so, so they definitely deserve their lead. Referee Kieran Russell gives another free to Naomh Mearnog. They have had plenty of frees, but most of them have been outside the scoring range. This one just inside the Castleknock half, but the referee is holding play up because there is an injury and treatment is required as the sun peeps out again. That second point to get them going, and instead it's the goalkeeper for Castleknock, Eva Mooney, just 18 years old, who gets a good clearance, but this is a really great battle down in front of us here, and it's one in the end. And no, it's not one in the end because it's not cleared in the end, but there is a foul there for the challenge by Lauren Delaney. And there was also a yellow card for a challenge a few minutes ago for, I think, the Castleknock number 5, Cara Feeney, handed out by the referee Kieran Russell just a few minutes ago. You may have spotted it. This is Ciara Burgess for Castleknock, doing really well there to win that ball and win a free as well. And this is another golden opportunity for Castleknock. Aisling O'Neill hasn't missed many, if any. She's been really accurate from play. This is going straight over the black spot as well. O'Neill is very accurate today, and I make that 7 points to 1 for Castleknock. Carthy, the goalkeeper, looks to see where she will go. She goes left. She's gone that way quite a few times, and you can see this time it's been profitable. This is better from Naomh Mearnog. And it's a tough challenge going in there, and the referee will not let that one go. I think the challenge was by Ciara Buchanan, and I think it was on Molly O'Neill, who is up quickly, thank goodness. Castleknock will be absolutely delighted to have only conceded 1 point. This is O'Neill coming out yet again. She's been one of the best players in the game so far. Drives it across the middle into the danger area, and it's beautifully laid off by Murray, and there is the first goal of the game, brilliantly taken as well. What a fantastic move by Castleknock. They have been in charge in this game, 7 points to 1 up. There's the first goal, and what a goal it is. Brilliantly finished to the top of the net, really well worked by Murray, giving it to Aoife Whelan, and Whelan made absolutely no mistake. 1-7 to a point. It's all Castleknock on the scoreboard. Naomh Mearnog, you feel if they got a couple of scores, they might just get back into it. But now there's a lot between the teams. When it was only points, you thought they're not too far away, but that goal puts 9 points in it. And after the water break, it has been all Castleknock on the scoreboard. Naomh Mearnog now looking at bringing a few subs in, and they're bringing in Grace Murray, who's wearing number 18. So Naomh Mearnog realising they have to make switches, and that is the first substitution of the game. So they're reacting to that goal and to the way the game is going. And they've taken off Lauren Delaney, number 2, and she took a knock a few minutes ago. Now, what difference can that make? Good hustling by Castleknock to win that, and they've won most of those exchanges over there. On that right hand side, for some reason, they're very strong over there, and they've got most of the frees for them. So coming up to half time, 1-7 to a single point, which seems harsh on Naomh Mearnog. They've certainly had plenty of the game, but Castleknock have been more clinical when they get into attack. Free for Naomh Mearnog. They haven't been moving it quickly from these frees. Maybe they could consider that for the second half, because Castleknock are happy to get players back, and they have that now. They've extra players back now. It comes in. This is a tricky one for the forwards, but there might still be a chance. Oh, brilliant defending there by Molly O'Neill. It might still end up in the net. It's kicked wide. Agonising for Naomh Mearnog. They had a chance, and then they had a second chance, and neither of them got through. Good defending, I think it was, as I say, number 6 Molly O'Neill. Frustration for Naomh Mearnog, and they trail at half time by 1-7 to a point.